Consensus has now been reached on 27 of the 28 total clauses in the second draft of the proposed Kahnawake justice system law. KTV spoke to participants as well as Director of Justice Skye at the February 4th meeting held at the Golden Age Club. Okay, rolling already?
Yep.
Okay. Consensus has now been reached on 27 of the 28 total clauses in the second draft of the proposed Kahnawake justice system law. KTV spoke to participants as well as Director of Justice Services Skye at the February 4th meeting held at the Golden Age Club.
Yeah, there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. I'd just like to thank the people who have participated over the last 3 sessions now to kind of wrap this section up. We give them credit for taking the time and effort to see this thing through. We finished up the main component of it now. We're left with the definition section. And the one final question that needs to be answered is, a critical one, is who would we consider to be a judge within the community, and it deals with the Aboriginal content or Aboriginal status, or is it just be somebody who has an Aboriginal descent. So once we have those questions finished for the next session, which is February 18th, back at the Golden Agers, then this goes to the final 3rd reading, and then we're ready to turn the key on it from our perspective. And now it's into the political football field, where how are we going to make arrangements and negotiate this with both the federal and provincial governments.
I think we've got a good starting point here for this justice system, and I've talked to a lot of people about where we're going to go with this justice system, how it's going to be applied. There's a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, but the fact is we have to start somewhere, and this is as good a place as any.
I think there's just a little bit of cleaning up left to do. We managed to get through some of the troubling wordings, and we noticed that there were certain things that we couldn't do, that we wanted to do because they were already argued about and solidified by the community's desire with respect to what the wording would be. So every time we come back around, it seems like we're changing our minds as we look through it, and that's the problem of doing this kind of wording. It's sort of fun. And the definition section is the only thing that's left at the end, and that has already been done. I think we've had a couple of good shots at it, and I suppose there's still going to be some time when we're going to be arguing it over again. But generally, I'd say it's been fun doing it. We had some Oneidas visiting us as well, some of the chiefs that are attending the Iroquois caucus that were present here tonight, and they were sitting in just to observe how it was progressing.
Well, it's very interesting, and I agree with the fact that you need to get the people involved. We need to make sure that if we're going to do this back at home, that we get started in the right manner and make sure that the people that are concerned want to be part of it. So, at least we got a good start, a good idea of what has to happen. It's going to be a long process from what I can determine, but at least somebody started, and we got a kind of a template that we can kind of follow, which I appreciate.
It was pretty well. I think everybody was kind of really thinking about the issue. They didn't seem to have any kind of personal motivations. It was more about thinking about the actual issue rather than, do I like this person or that person, or what they stand for, or what they believe in, those kind of things. It was more of exactly what the issue is, and the process seems to bring that out pretty good, I think.
If we finish on February 18th, the definitions, that section is complete. Then the redrafting is basically done. We've been doing it as we're going along. We'll put the budget package together to bring for the 3rd reading and say this is what it would cost, or estimate it would cost. And if it's approved at that time, then it goes to council for an MCR to say this is going to be the law in Kahnawake.